Hey guys, it's Caban from True Champion Gaming, and we are back with more FTC rulings. So this video is going to cover 5 important rulings that you should know if you're just looking forward to FTC or if you're already theory crafting and playtesting FTC as well. Knowing your rulings can save you a lot of wasted time before you interact with a card in a way that it's not supposed to be interacted with. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So the first ruling that we're going to talk about pertains to the Innervate cards. Each element got it, or each basic element got one: fire, water, and wind, and they all read the same type of cost effect. So each one will say, you know, recover as an additional cost to activate this card, recover 5 and D-level your champion. A really important thing to know is that because the cost is to recover 5, you cannot activate this card if you only have 1 damage on your champion. You will need to have 5 or more so that you can fully heal that 5 as the cost to activate this card. So very, very important thing to note. And kind of like mixed in with this is just the cost kind of like ruling in itself. So something like Fast Cure, that says just recover. It doesn't say as a cost to activate this card. So if you only have 1 damage on you, you can still do something like Fast Cure just to get that floating memory in the graveyard if you want or something. So just kind of a generic ruling that has some applications in FTC. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So we're going to talk about ruling number 2, Taunt, and Cry for Help. So Cry for Help is a DOA card, but Taunt is a new mechanic that we're getting in FTC, so very relevant to bring this up. When you declare an attack, that target is targeted at that point. So, you know, your opponent declares an attack, they're going to have to choose a Taunt ally or champion if we got one of those, but at the moment we just have allies. And so that is the attack target. You can, in response, use Cry for Help to divert it to another ally that you want attacked instead. It's not like Taunt will really force itself to be the attack target no matter what. Taunt can be overridden, and it's going to have to be by another effect though. So, you know, if your opponent's just swinging, Taunt's always going to have to be the attack. But if you want to do something that's going to manipulate the target of the attack, you can do that. Ruling number 3. So we're going to talk about inherited effects. Rye level 2 from DOA had an inherited effect that you could get an enlightenment counter every single mage spell, or on the first mage spell for every single turn. And because it said inherited effect, that would work even when you went into your level 3 champion. Merlin level 2 from DOA does not say inherited effect. So if you go into that fancy, new, shiny Merlin level 3 that everyone is talking about, you will not be able to use the Merlin level 2 effect of tapping and banishing floating memory and all that stuff. So very important to know, and is definitely going to change how you deck build and play that type of deck as well, because you might want to sit on Merlin level 2 or you might want to rush Merlin level 3, but you're not going to get the best of both worlds by just going into level 3. For ruling number 4, we're going to reference the brand new spirits. So these spirits have an effect that you can banish them and I think recover health. This might seem like a common ruling, but we want to, or an easy ruling to understand or know, but we want to just kind of hit some of those things that might confuse a lot of people, or, you know, we want to hit the common misconceptions, I should say. So just note, if you do banish a champion or an element, because it's your only champion that has that basic element, there are no other ones that you could play that would give you access to fire or water or wind, unless you were Trisket, but let's not talk about that card because, man, it's annoying that card exists sometimes. But yeah, so if you get rid of your basic spirit, you can't play that element anymore. That is no longer in your lineage. Also, the effect says that it has to be an inner lineage, which means that it can't be the top card of your champion stack, basically. So quick and easy ruling, but just want to clarify that for someone that might miss that. And for our final ruling, we're going to talk about Grail. So Grail will let you banish a material deck card face down when it is played, and then you can get rid of Grail to bring that out essentially. If you do something like, let's say you banish a Carnwenin, which is a Luxem card, and then they spurn to Ash your Grail, but you're not a Luxem element, you can't play that card, so you're just going to have to let Grail go away, right? And you can't really do anything. Now that card's just stuck face down, banished, can't be brought back by Grail. If you do something like Onsel later, you will not be able to get that sword. Even though Onsel normally can cheat out swords like that, it can't check the properties of a face down banished card. So essentially, if you don't bring your card out with Grail, you can't get that card. That may change with future card design in future sets, but right now that is kind of like the interaction that would happen. So just make sure to remember that the ruling here is basically face down banished cards don't have properties. Hopefully you guys learned something new in this rulings video. We try to keep them short, which will give you time to go check out our other rulings videos that we've posted. We have some generic ones that, even though we're past DOA, they're still worth going to check out, to be honest, and we have some more FTC rulings videos as well. We'll put them all in a playlist. You can go check them out on the channel. Make sure to subscribe for a ton more GA content. We do rulings videos, deck profiles, deck discussions, meta discussions, event coverage, anything Grand Archive related. We are there to help with any questions and just spark conversations and everything. So we've also done a full FTC set review, so definitely feel free to go check that out. That is also its own playlist on our channel. So until next time, guys, peace.